No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. No one ever sees me, I'm losing every battle. Can somebody save me, I'm losing every battle.
Good morning. Good morning. Guys, let me know if you can hear me because I couldn't hear myself backstage. Can you hear me? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Okay, fantastic. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Brand Momentum Morning Show. I'm your host, Faith James. We are reading from What You Think of Me Is None of My Business. And this has been, are you guys enjoying this book? I mean, I am really loving this book. So let me know your thoughts on it. We're going to jump into chapter 11. So let me just remind everyone, for those of you who were not with me yesterday, tomorrow we're on holiday, so there will be no live show, but feel free to peruse through the library. There are, I just realized, so I'm filling out this form to have an amazing guest come on the show. And one of the questions that they ask is, how many episodes have you done? And do you know, when I checked, we have over 90 episodes already produced? Like, what? I was so surprised. And I'm just like, look at God. Because when I started the show on January 4th, it was not even a plan in my mind. I had no plans written down anywhere about producing a Brand Momentum morning show. This is all God. And we just show up and do the work, keep our head down, doing the next right thing. And the next thing you know, you look up and you've got 90 shows done. Tell me God is not a miracle worker. So let me say good morning to the Momentum crew before we start reading. Good morning, beautiful Stelita. How are you, gorgeous? Good morning, Marion. It's so good to see you. Hello, Karen. Beautiful. Thank you for joining. Oh my goodness. AJ is in the building all the way from the motherland. Yes. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, beautiful Nicole. So awesome to have you here. Wow. Good morning, beautiful Juliet. Oh, my Juliet's in the house. All my leadership people are here. Good morning, Sunshine. Good morning, Khadijah. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Good morning, Catherine. And what leadership is representing today? I love it. Good morning, beautiful Ellen. Oh my gosh, guys, you are just awesome. I love it. Okay, so for those of you who popped on late, this is the book we're reading. Feel free to get a copy. Good morning, beautiful Sharon, at Amazon or wherever books are sold. So we're in chapter 11. To possess is to destroy. Share, tag a friend. We give the gift of the vitamin I. This is your daily dose of vitamin I. Your I is for your inspiration. Whatever it is you're looking to do, whether in life or business, we get to surround ourselves, be in the company of people who are doing amazing things. Like we say in leadership, what good are you up to in the world? You get to surround yourself with those people who are the movers and shakers, who are shifting and transforming every single day. Let that be your guide. Yes, I love it. Thank you, my love. Thank you, Ellen. Yes, listen. There's so many things that are going to be coming. And this is not about being fair. This is just being reality, right? Jesus already said, in this life, you will have problems. So we shouldn't be shocked or surprised, but he says, but be of good cheer because I have overcome. So when the problems, the challenges, anything that come, you know how to move and bob and weave and meander. It's not a thing. You respond versus react. You get into awareness, you consider, interesting. What is this thing here in front of me? What do I know to be the truth about this? And how do I proceed? Good morning, beautiful Jacqueline. So let's read. To possess is to, first of all, let me just say, if you guys were with me on yesterday's show, we talked about doing your goddess bath, that the thing that you get to come into understanding is that you get to love yourself unapologetically and love every inch of you unapologetically. And that one of the ways that on my stretch, one of my buddies put me on a stretch for a goddess bath. And I thought, hey, why not share that with the world? Miss Jacqueline Young Landy, honey, came to play. Go in the tribe. If you're not in the Savvy Branders tribe, go in the tribe and look at her goddess bath picture. Good morning, beautiful Donna. I'll share this here right now for those of you who may or may not know what I'm talking about when I say, so it's my private, it's a public, not private. It's my public Facebook group. It's free. You just answer a couple questions, you get in. Get in if you're not in, and go look at Jacqueline's goddess bath. That's all I'm going to say. Truly, that's all I'm going to say. Honey, it was fabulous. Karen said, yes, Miss Jacqueline, shut it down, as she loves to do. All right, we're reading. To possess is to destroy. The most intimate relationship in our lives is the one we have with our mate, husband, wife, lover, significant other. In this relationship, we have the perfect setting for heaven and hell and all the various places in between. The relationship that can exist between two people who are willing to love and support each other unconditionally is the most sacred of all earthly unions. Such an ideal setting provides the greatest opportunity available to us to experience true ecstasy. The problem is that most people are unwilling to experience the emotions and fear that are necessary if they are to open up to the highest level and communication and oneness, right? We're so afraid of getting hurt. Even though we love this person madly, we're not willing to show too much. I'm not going to call at 4:00 because then he's going to think like I don't have anything to do and I'm so in love with him. And if he thinks I'm so in love with him, then he's going to like maybe pull back and think like, oh, I've got her hooked. I don't need to try that hard. And so we don't call him at 4 because we are moving toward the fear. Oh, I don't want to be hurt, so I'm going to hold back. You don't give of yourself fully. Say, this is me. Here I am. Take me. I'm willing to experience all things. In the scripture where Queen Esther, we read Queen Esther a couple weeks ago when we were doing The Audacity to be Queen, that book, where when Mordecai said to her, what if you became queen for such a moment as this? Because Mordecai wanted her to go to King Xerxes and say, we need help and this is what's going on. And she's like, what the king says? The king says, don't come for me unless I send for you. And the penalty would have been death. Like back in the day, that's just how they roll. So for her to go knock on King Xerxes' door and say, need to have a word, and he didn't call for her, would have been very perilous. And Mordecai said to her, what if you were created for queen for just such a time as this? And what did Esther say? She realized her calling, her mission was greater than her. And she said, okay, I will do it. If I perish, I perish. If I perish, I perish. So if I get hurt, I get hurt. If I get backstabbed, I get backstabbed. If I get gossiped on, I get gossiped on. If they laugh at me, they laugh at me. What are you willing to say? As we say in leadership, what's a price you're willing to pay? If you're not willing to pay the price of your heart being broken, being feeling like, oh, I'm misunderstood, because then if you don't want to pay that price, you're going to hold back your love. You're going to hold back your being. Oh my gosh. Can you tell I'm on fire about this? Whoa. What is required in a magnificent love relationship is that both people be committed to themselves, to one another, and to the relationship. They must each agree to handle and resolve any difficulties until each partner feels clear and light. Where are my leadership people at? Do you know anything about a clearing conversation? Oh my gosh, this is so awesome. Until each partner feels clear and light. Because when you hold on to the resentment, when they ask you how are you doing, fine, I'm fine. No, you're not fine. No, you're not fine at all. Say what's on your mind. Stand in your truth, because that's the only way you get to be in 100% honesty and integrity with your word and the person that you say that you love. When you did that thing, this is how I felt. And it really hurt me. And we get to clear this up. Right? It's analogous to if you're in the kitchen and you're cooking and you're making your best, homemade spaghetti sauce, and you take out a jar of, fire roasted peppers that you wanted to add to it, and the jar smashed. All the glass, all the sauce is all over the kitchen floor. And you act like you don't see it. And the person in the kitchen with you act like they didn't see it. And there you go, like tiptoeing around, making sure you don't get any glass in the bottoms of your feet. You're not slipping on any tomato sauce, but you just steady cleaning and cooking. Okay, do you have the garlic? I'm sorry. There's like a whole glass situation with tomato sauce happening down there. Aren't you going to get the broom and get the glass up and then get the mop or the Swiffer and clean this up? Act like we don't see all of this going. We're just walking around the glass. This is what we do. This is what we do. Yes, 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 yes. Hello, beautiful Brenda. What? Leadership is in the house. Oh my God. I love it. Love it. Yes, Ellen, the clearing conversations are the best. And, oftentimes it's just misunderstanding. It's, because we come with our stories and our interpretations. What do I say? You don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind, and you see through your eyes. So if your mind is telling you, oh, that was a rude statement, that reminded me of the time 10 years ago when so-and-so did this for my mother, my sister, whatever. And so we bring that experience and then we see it through the eyes of, I'm misunderstood. Nobody likes me. I'll give you an example. Perfect example. One of my buddies, she messaged me. She's like, oh, is there anything we need to clear? Is there anything we need to clear? You seem like you're distant. You haven't. And I said, no, there's absolutely nothing to clear. I said, did you check your WhatsApp and see that there's 2 missed calls from me? So she hadn't checked her WhatsApp, right? And I wasn't in the Voxer at the time that she was. So the story she made up was, oh, Faith has no time for me. She's distant from me. Meanwhile, over on WhatsApp, I've been like trying to get her, time and time again. The stories we make up and then we make a thing. And then if you don't have that clearing conversation, then that starts to fester like a bad sore. It's not getting the iodine. Shout out to all the people from Jamaica. Everything that ails us, nothing that little iodine won't fix, right? And you don't put the iodine on the situation, and there it goes, festering, festering, festering. So they must agree to handle and resolve any difficulties until each partner feels clear and light. This dedication of effort to confront and to try to resolve problems is very important. because when couples split over unresolved differences, they are able to rationalize the separation and make each other wrong. If one chooses to change the form of a relationship, the move should be made only after all is clear and all wrongness is dissolved. You know, in scriptures, never let the sun set on your wrath. It's not just in there for no good reason. We get to clear all day, you know, all day. If one chooses, okay, I've included the marriage vows I use in weddings I perform. I wish to share them with you because it is the same kind of agreement or value foundation that two people may use in any intimate relationship, married or otherwise. Probably the number one problem people bring to me in counseling is, how can I have a truly satisfying relationship with my mate? The simple answer is that our intimate relationships are destroyed by the chronic desire to possess or suppress. This desire to possess is so prevalent that it almost seems congenital, but the desire is not natural. It comes from the mistaken belief that we have about relationships generally. Listen up, Momentum Crew. Your relationships with others grow out of your relationship with yourself. Can I get an amen? Do we understand this now, that the most important relationship we have in our life is our relationship with ourselves? Scripture tells us, love your neighbor as what? Somebody finish that for me. It is hot in here. Love our neighbor as what? Amen. Love our neighbor as what? Boom. As yourself. Do you think God made a mistake when he put that? He wasn't sure what else to put, so he just put as you love yourself. He was like, well, let me see. No, ma'am. It's foundational. Love your neighbors as you love yourself. So if you're always in strife, you're always in conflict, you're always in, upset with people around you, you get to check in. How is your relationship with yourself? Do you love yourself? Do you look past your mirror and go, oh, hey girl, hey. Are you fun with yourself? Are you light? Are you just an allowance? Are you standing there going, yes, bring on the day. My epic life starts now. Or are you always, everything's a problem for you. You don't like your hair. You don't like your nails. Your collarbone's too sticking out too much. Your stomach's too fluffy. Your butt's not big enough. Your butt's too big. Your legs are too thin. Your legs are too fat. What is your relationship with yourself? Right? We get to love ourselves first, and then Chocolate says, got no time for that disturbing energy. So check in with yourself, because one of the things that I know to be true, if you get into noticing, and I'm just so hooked on this idea, this concept. So part of the program that I'm in, it comes with a high performance coach. And in our last session, we talked about noticing versus judging. And where do you get to be? And of course, noticing is the way we should be. We should notice. Jim Rohn talked about this a long time ago when he said, if you're, he was talking about, obviously, for people for network marketing, you send out your link to your supplements, your cream, your whatever. And they're like, yep, I'll come to your presentation. And then the day of the presentation comes, there's only 2 people sitting in the room. Nobody showed up. And that you go, oh, I'm going to give them a piece of my mind. They said they were going to. He said, rather than do that, just go, isn't that interesting? Try that, Momentum Crew. Something doesn't go your way. Don't go flying off the handle first thing. We get to respond versus react. Try Jim Rohn's way. Isn't that interesting? It's my it's my book launch party. Shout out to Jacqueline. Jacqueline's book just got released. She's having her tea party, which I'm going to miss because I'm going to Minneapolis tomorrow to be with my boys. And you go, yeah, 20 people said they were coming. They're for sure. They're going to come. They're going to buy the books. I'm going to autograph. 5 people show up. You just go, huh, isn't that interesting? Such a powerful place to come from, because then you get into inquiry. And what did I say yesterday? The first thing your body should go into is, I wonder if they're okay. This is how you know where you're grounded. If your first thing is, oh, those haters, they hate on me. If that's the first place that your mind goes, you need to check yourself. The inquiry should be out. I hope they're okay. Because you're expecting that you're surrounding yourself with people who are in integrity with their word. If I say I'm coming to your tea party and to purchase a first, edition hand-signed book by the author, then that's what I'm meant to be doing. So if they didn't call, they didn't text to say, not going to be able to make it after all, and just didn't show up, your first place of inquiry should be, I wonder if they're okay. Because for sure, right? Nobody would do that. Again, you're being in your intention. My intention is that everybody's going to show up. And if they're not able to show up, that they would let me know ahead of time, because there's catering and all kinds of good stuff that's going to happen, because Jacqueline knows how to throw down. Jacqueline knows how to throw a party. But you just get into inquiry. Isn't that interesting? Noticing. Okay, notice. Okay, so they didn't show up. How am I feeling? Why am I feeling that way? And you get into query before you respond, and you don't respond in a passive aggressive way. Oh, I figured you must be in the hospital. Hey, what happened yesterday? You said you were going to be in attendance, and we set a place for you at the VIP table, and I didn't hear from you. Pause. Don't add any meaning to anything. Let them come from their place of truth. If they're not in leadership, they're going to come with the stories. But leadership, shout out to the leadership crew. You know what we do. We acknowledge the breakdown, what was more important, what you can expect from me, and recommit. Done. We're not here for the stories, the excuses, the reasons. None of that. But you get to think about, right? You get to think about that, right? So who here is in inquiry, or are you in reaction most of the time? Just think about it. Thank you, beautiful Ellen. I appreciate that. Hello, gorgeous Karen. How are you? Yay, already sold 55. You're going to be 100 by the end of the day, honey. I claim that for you. Exactly. They could have been in an accident or exactly. So that's where your first place is. If your first instinct is something happened, but you're thinking about yourself, oh, they probably didn't come because they didn't want to support me. You get to notice that about yourself. Because if you're in conflict with 4, 5, 6, 10 different groups of people in your life, what is it? What is the constant denominator? Who knows the constant denominator? If you're in conflict with family members, you're in conflict with your intimate relationships, you're in conflict over here with the boss, you're in conflict over here with the HOA, you're in conflict back here, right? With the sports team that your kids go. What's the common denominator? Important that this is all about noticing. Boom. Jacqueline is on fire today. Me, you're the constant denominator, right? You are the constant, the common denominator. You're the constant and the right, because you thread through who's you're there. So this is why it's so important when you get into your transformation. If you're not doing transformation work, you get to comment below leadership, comment leadership, and I will talk to you about the leadership program that I'm in. You get to know about this. because wherever you go, there you are. Oh, those haters at the job, I can't deal with, I'm going to get a new job. Guess what, my love? There you are. Did you transform? Did you change? We talked yesterday about transformation, that until you transform, until you get into this place of just being able to always be and noticing, as opposed to judging. And what my high performance coach taught me was the judging, even if it's good, it's still judging. You're putting your already predisposed notions on a thing. Oh, that top is so great. You're such a great dresser, because you're judging it that bright colors are better than neutrals. That's a judgment. If this was a black top and you're like, girl, you so great, I love that top, so very sleek, so very New York. You know, New York, we're just all about wearing. Still a judgment. Wearing all black is better, more modern, more chic, more joie de vivre than people who like pastels and color. It's still a judgment. We get to be in noticing. Just notice. And it's such a freeing place to be. So freeing. Okay. Your relationships with others grow out of your relationship with yourself. The earliest relationship you have is with your parents. And this relationship determines how you see yourself. The way you handle and feel about these initial relationships will tend to control all of the other relationships in your life. The men in your life will be much like your father, and the women will be much like your mother. And there are the brothers and sisters. The way you related to them sets the stage for the nature of subsequent relationships with your friends. These family relationships determine beliefs that we have about other men and women, about closeness, about love and support, because beliefs create reality. The beliefs you hold as you move from your family out into the world determine the kind of relationships you're going to have. The countless miserable relationships you see are sobering evidence of how mistaken these beliefs are. Relationships with mates have a particular importance. If they are good and happy ones, we are strengthened to cope with the problems of the outside world. If these relationships are bad and unhappy, they will cloud and ruin whatever other kinds of successes we might have outside the relationship. The ideal relationship is one in which each partner says, come close, Momentum Crew, I support you for being who you are not, and who you can be. I support you in your goals and purpose in life. I support you in sharing all of your thoughts, ideas, and feelings. And I will not judge. I will not suppress. Most important, this type of sharing is sacred to me. I am not going to bring up your sharing at some later time and use it as a weapon. Wow. Let me read that again. Grab your journal. If you don't have the book, this is your assignment. If you're in an intimate relationship with a husband, a wife, a lover, a cohabitating lover, a boyfriend, girl, whatever, ask them if they're willing, as we say in leadership, enroll them in the idea of doing this together, of reading through this and feeling into it. And can you actually say it? And can we get into the practice of it? So here it goes. The ideal relationship is one in which each partner says, so this is your assignment, your homework. I'm not going to be here tomorrow, so you have plenty of time to get it done by the time I come back on Monday. This is what you're going to suggest, enroll them in the idea of not only reciting this, affirming it, but then getting into practice in it in your daily lives throughout the next week. I support you for being who you are not, and who you can be. I support you in your goals and purpose in life. I support you in sharing all of your thoughts, ideas, feelings, and I will not judge. I will not suppress. Most important, this type of sharing is sacred to me. I am not going to bring up your sharing at some later time and use it as a weapon. So, good morning, beautiful Lindsay says yes to all of this. I love it. Yes. Jacqueline's still going on about the goddess bath. I'm telling you, it is transformational. Momentum Crew, if you're just joining us and you're like, what goddess bath thing? Like I said, go into the Savvy Branders tribe. Jacqueline says the bath put her on a whole different level because this is not your regular bubble bath. Let me give it to you again what a goddess bath is. So, of course, you're going to have your water to the degree to which you are in preference. All of your ingredients. So make a salt combination, whether it's crystals, it's Epsom, it's whatever. I have my Body by Brenda bath salt crystals. So I'm doing my goddess bath tonight. I'm going to be woo-sawing and just luxuriating before I hit the road tomorrow to go see my boys and go watch this tennis tournament. So it's a perfect time for me to just cleanse, woo-saw, luxuriate. You have your salts, your mixes, whatever you want to add. You have your essential oils. You can do them. I'm going to do like a whole cocktail of essential oils, from lavender to thieves to clarity, gratitude, all of it's going in. Then, of course, the bubble bath itself, the foam. So I have one from... It's not Murchersfield. It has like lavender infused in it. So that gets to go. So make it real nice and bubbly. And then petals. Go to Publix, where if you don't have flowers growing in your backyard, go to Publix, get one of their $7.99, whatever it is, and petals, live, real petals in your bath. You take a picture. You post it in the group. No, it doesn't need to have you. I don't want you in it. That's not the point of this. But then that becomes a record for you to say, this thing here called this goddess bath now becomes a part of me. Jacqueline's like, she's doing it every week. And I'm like, yep, honey, I am right there with you. If we don't have time, I forget who in leadership said this to me. If you don't have time to take a 20-minute walk around your lake, because my nerd is out, oh my God, I'm so busy. I have no time. Then you need an hour. If you can't find 20 minutes in your day to do something for you, to love on yourself, to take care of you, then for sure you need to go do an hour of it because you're real bad off, right? The goddess bath. Think about when queens, right? We read The Audacity to be Queen. This is how they roll. They don't just run into the shower, rinse off, go. They luxuriate. They hydrate their skin, their internal, everything. It's a ceremony. It's a ceremony. You touch your fingers and you give gratitude. And your ears. Like, when was the last time you touched your earlobes? Like, really just like give gratitude for it. Give gratitude for everything. So you're in there in the ceremony of gratitude and love to yourself. It is powerful beyond repair. So yes, Miss Jacqueline, I'm there with you. Weekly goddess bath, because I am that chick. I am that queen. I get to do that. I get to love myself that much because, again, my relationship with others is predicated upon how much do I love myself? Because if I'm miserable and I'm angsty and I'm always in agita about something, well, what do you think the quality of your relationships are going to be outside in the world? Not going to be good. Jacqueline, what milk did you use? Let us know. Karen says they're remodeling the master bath. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yes, ma'am. Please end the pictures, please. The flowers, the petals. Yes, Melody. It's no need. It is done. You just get to decide. And shout out Melodies and Leadership. Listen, all of my today is such a thank you, God. I don't even know what happened. It doesn't matter. I don't need to know it because your ways are not my ways and your thoughts are not my thoughts. All of my leadership people have come out in full force. Thank you for being evidence and a reinforcement of what it is that I'm saying when I'm saying to everyone who's not in leadership, the transformation for your life gets to happen for you. That you don't get to be tossed around like a rag doll when things happen in your life. You just get to be like steady Eddie and you get to respond versus react. If you're not in leadership, comment leadership below. If you're like, what is she even talking about? And who are these people that she's calling leaders? Comment leadership below. Roses. Okay, here comes the luxuriating queen now. Body by Brenda. Like, you think she knows a thing or two? Roses are the best. Small rose petals and try to cover them over the bubbles and they will sink down. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And the water changes your, a gallon of whole milk. So Jacqueline, you put the gallon and then you just let the rest be the water and everything else that you put in. Okay, great. Yep. I love it. Everybody's doing their bathrooms. I love it. I have recess 3 times a day on the day I work. Okay. So who is going to be doing this new assignment with your partner? This is about your intimate love relationship, your closest relationship. This isn't with the bestie just yet. This is for the love relationships, the partner relationships in your life that you can say and be in alignment to this. I support you for being who you are. Listen up, guys. This is the most important thing we're going to do today. Your relationship. I support you for being who you are and who you are not. Because who are my fixers out there before? Listen, you couldn't tell me anything. I was a general manager of the universe. Everything comes from me. Oh, he's doing what? Let me get a fix for that. Oh, he said, right? Fix and fix. We get to be an allowance and acceptance. Oh, he's not a great dancer. Okay. You're not going to be doing Dancing with the Stars with him. That's okay. But maybe you have a cousin who's a really good dancer and you could enter your competition that way. Don't try to change him because he's not going to do formal dancing. If that's not his jam, that's not his jam. The minute you spend time going plotting and, let the people come to the things that they come to. Let the people come to the things that they come to. Oh, Ellen, thank you. It's the transformation that you get to have to learn to truly love yourself from there. Everything changes. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Ellen. I thank you. There's so many people. This is my awakening, my understanding. It's only 1% to 3% of the people doing this level of work, of transformation, of emotional intelligence work. That when you think about the majority of the planet basically walking around in the darkness meaning their perception, their view of life, that there's this veil that covers what is the understanding of their truth. And this gets to happen for you too. I'm telling you, I was in such resistance because I'm like, no, it's not a business program. What am I doing here? Where's the door out of here? Security. This is me in vision. Security, where's the exit? And one of my vision buddies said, she's like, Faith, maybe God knew you had to be tricked to get in here, because if you knew it was emotional intelligence and personal development transformation, you would be not here at all. And when she said that, I said, let me settle down. Let me woosah. Let me calm down. Thank you for that, Amanda P. And let me tell you, hands down, the best, absolute, without question, without hesitation, without stuttering, without a hiccup, the best thing I have done for my life, my business, career, period, done, full stop. Maybe the only thing that tops that is my relationship with God. But after coming into a knowing, intimate relationship with God and having a fellowship day to day, this leadership thing here, next in line. When you told me, I was so glad she said that. So, guys, who gets to have this conversation with their partner? Who gets to be in such a space of allowing that you're going to let it be okay that he is not a ballroom dancer, and it's okay that the guys before that you danced were all into dancing and they were outgoing and they were more vivacious? You get to what? I support you in your goals and your purpose in life. I support you for being who you are and who you are not. We get to stop trying to fix people and who you can be, so that if you see your partner reaching for a dream, thinking, well, it could be possible I get to support that dream with you. I don't get to say, are you crazy? You're going to do what now, sir? Exactly. No, it's like, yes, and be the yes, and person in your partnership. Honey, yes, and what if you did X, Y, and Z? And what if you did A, B, C, D, E, and K? What if? Here endeth the lesson for today. I love you guys. Please let me know. So hashtag partner chat is a call to action. Hashtag partner chat. If you are going to, let me see if I can do this and maybe you can screenshot this. Okay. Take a screenshot of there, so you have the exact words. And that you both come to the understanding that says, yes, you know what? A lot of the challenges come from awesome. Thank you, Jacqueline. Hey, Joe, like, let me go get that partner first. I love it. Listen, honey, I'm standing in 100% intention for you that your partner is there, ready, waiting. God is sending him any day now. Oh my gosh. Yes. Ellen says, Faith, you have me convinced. Goddess bath tomorrow night. Yes. Yes. And yes. Oh, such a short one today. You are quite addictive. Fly safe. I know. This is why I'm so in love with my life. I'm in love what I do, because this idea of the gifting, right? We all have our anointing. We all have our special, unique gifts from God. I know without question, without fail, without hesitation, without a hiccup, I have the gift of encouragement. I also have the gift of discernment. That's for another show, because we can tell who is of the things of the Lord and who aren't, and we wish them well and we keep them at bay. That'll be a different show. But the gift of encouragement, oh my gosh, today in the CEO boot camp, I mean, for other CEOs who are on Melody and Angel, was that video fire or what? When you can be faced with the truth of what others have gone through and you realize then that your situation is not insurmountable, let that fuel you. But wow. Right? Awesome. So partner chat. And listen, if you don't have a partner, recite it yourself. Get ready. Get your imaginary partner. Okay, we're in 100% intention. So you don't have a physical partner? Let's go with the imaginary one. And recite and say and feel into that. Like, can you actually go there? Can you be out of judgment? Oh, you should have done this. You should have. What do I tell you? Stop shitting all over yourself and stop shitting all over the people in your life. Be an allowing. Practice it. Yeah, see? Angel said, yes, ma'am, it was. Melody is like, it's fire. Yeah, let me try and think. The next CEO bootcamp is going live the second week in July. So if you want to get on the wait list for that, you can just type in the comments CEO Bootcamp, and you can talk to Angel or Melody or anybody about their experience, and it gets to be the thing that you do next. But let's focus on partner chat. If you don't have a partner, we're going to practice. So it'll go something like this. This is for those of us who don't have a partner. Let's just make it up. What do you want your partner's name to be? I love that. Angel, here's counsel from Jacqueline. She said, write a love letter to God for the partner you desire. I did, and I married my hubby in 3 months after meeting them. And look, they're like thick as thieves. Married after meeting for three months. Yes, trust. This Angel, I'm telling you, the power of journaling. When was it the year before? I can't remember now. I was out. And so Jim and I had been together for a long time. I met Jim in 2008, 2009. We started dating exclusively. And, I told myself, this is a story I told myself, I'm good. I don't need no stinking husband. I'm good. We'll just be a boyfriend. He'll just be exclusive. We'll have fun, whatever. And so we've been together for 12 years in that situation. And then just literally out of the blue, it started to show up in my journaling. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm happily married. But see, this is what I'm saying. When you're in a state of allowing, when you're just anchored in what's inside of you, just let it come up. Don't try to stifle anything down. This ought to or should. And it came up. And then I started journaling. I'm so happy and grateful now. Jim and I are happily married. Next thing I know, girl, surprise engagement down in South Beach. He and his boys proposed to me. I was like, I have come undone. Because I told myself, I'm good. I'm fine. I don't need, this works. But truly deep down inside, right? I had the desire now at this point in my life to become a wife and a mother, albeit stepmom. That I was desirous of that, but I was pretending. I was like holding it down like, hey, I'm good. But it was coming up. And I started journaling. And then the next thing you know, and I remember when I went to Guanabanas, I think Marcella was there, and I said, and they were like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just journaling it. Engaged. So Angel, yes, my love, you get to do that. Don't be resistant. Don't want to be disappointed. Listen, hello, hey, hi, somebody. Trust in the Lord. His ways are not your ways. Trust in the Lord. I'm so happy and grateful now. Listen, you get to script, you get to prescribe, you get to order from God exactly what you want. Yes, I asked for a handyman because I had an old need fix and gave me a custom, but I was asking small. She was asking for a handyman because she had an old home that needed fixing, but he gave me a custom home builder instead. Warren can build homes like nobody's business, and they're fly. What? Yes, Karen. They proposed to, and it's such a funny story because I had zero clue. We were going on our Caribbean vacation. Like, we have the boys for summer. So we're like, oh, this is, remember I told you that story. He was like, oh, what if we go cross country road tripping? Nope. You get to stand in your truth as well. I was like, no, sir, that will not be me. You and the boys can go if that's what you want to do, but I get to stand in my truth. I don't get to suppress. I don't get to say I'm fine when I'm not fine. No, I get to be real. No, I'm not looking forward to camping in nobody's tent. I'm not driving across any cross country. I need a luxuriating vacation. If it can't happen this year, I'm okay. We'll plan for it next year. So we ended up going on the cruise, which we love to cruise, and the boys' first time going internationally. So it was great. So we're leaving out of Miami. And we're like doing the South Beach thing and walking around and looking at the guys with their little fast cars and all that kind of stuff. So now I'm like hot and sweaty and like all the curls are gone. I'm just like, oh my God, I need some food. Let's go. So we're sitting in this restaurant. And so it's me, Jim next to me, and the boys are across from us. So we're ordering. Chicken wings came. And then when the dessert, I think was dessert time, I see him going into his pocket. So I'm not paying him any attention. Then he has this thing and he starts to say like, you've always been such a beautiful person to, and I'm looking at him like, what the hell's wrong with him? What is he talking about? What's wrong with him? What is he doing? What's he talking about? What's he getting all mushy for? Like, hello. Next thing I know, he went to Jared. I see the box and the boys are there and they already knew and they were like, oh my gosh, you so want to be. They called me mom and I was like, where am I? What is going on right now? Like, what is actually happening? Like, are these three proposing to me saying they want to marry me? Like, what is wrong? And yep. And I was in like, whoa, how is this even possible? I journaled. The bonus kids, they're amazing. Yeah. I mean, I've had these boys since they were 6 and 8 when I lived in Minneapolis, and Jim would have them on the weekends. And I mean, I taught them how to use a fork, how to play. I mean, Tyson, I remember once he was playing at the yard, he's like, Faith, I have a tick tuck in my toe. And you see Tyson now, we're going to see him play in a tennis tournament. He's like tall, he's like 6'3" or 4. He's like monster now. And he was this little thing. So we have had just an amazing journey together, and absolutely yes for immediate inspired action. Get into noticing. Because listen, for me, Angel, right? I think about, what are my deal breakers? What are my deal breakers? What am I not willing to accept any longer? And write those down as character traits for the person that you're calling in. Absolutely. So yes, this has been a fun session, guys. Partner chat, hashtag partner chat. So if you're going to be, Angel, what do you want your guy's name to be? So let's just say Tim. Tim, I support you for being who you are not, and who you can be. I support you in your goals and your purpose in life. I support you in sharing all of your thoughts, ideas, and feelings. And I will not judge you. I will not suppress. And most important, this type of sharing is sacred to me. So you're calling it in, saying, yes, I want us to be in this moment. It's okay to share. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling hurt. When we say, if it's not fun, don't say it. That's when we cause problems. So yes, partner chat. I love it. I love this woman, Angel, right here. Inspired action taken, even though nevertheless. Do that, partner chat. And yes, Lita, another leadership in the house. Leadership is on fire today. Thank you guys for coming out and representing. It's so important that we get to be an instrument of evidence of change for other people, the way that we show up, the way that we're being. And it's sometimes for some people, a big leap to take, but we still get to jump. We still get to jump into our passion and our purpose and our potential and our future. We get to jump into it. The epic life starts now. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being the leader that you are. So guys, have a fabulous weekend. I get to go now over into the Women Helping Women networking. Women Helping Women Facebook group, of which there, I don't know, just close to 500,000 members in that group. If you guys aren't a member, you should join. It's free. And I get to do a Facebook Live for them every Thursday at 11:15. So I'm going to powder off. As you can see, the hot flash is like, hello, somebody. We get to powder off, and then I'm going to go do that there and then continue the rest of my day. But if you have any questions about either Goddess Bath or Partner Chat, just go in the Savvy Branders Tribe Facebook group and ask the questions there. Otherwise, if you want to learn more about leadership, just comment leadership below. I will see that. I will come back and I will have a conversation with you. It gets to be something that you at least know about. That gets to happen for you. Whether you choose to move forward now in your transformation, totally up to you. If you can see a vision for yourself that's bigger than where you are right now, that you understand that we serve a God of multiplication. This is what gets to be important for you. We serve a God of multiplication. Jacqueline asked for a handyman. Hello, somebody. Jacqueline journal for a handyman. God sent her a custom home builder. What? Okay. overflowing cup, tamped down, running over. This is the God that we serve. You have not because you ask not. What are you asking God for? Ask him big. Ask him big. It is his pleasure to give you the kingdom. So with that, I love you guys so much. Be well. Thank you, my glove, Nicole. I know it's going to be so wonderful. And let me just say to you that, thank you, Nicole. In the many years Jim and I have been together, every time there's been a trip back to Minneapolis, nope, I'm busy. Nope, can't do it. Busy, busy, busy. Not until I'm in this leadership program where I understand that having a connected relationship, and not just in lip service, but in the ways of being, that your kids are always asking for you. Oh, is Faith coming? Is Faith? Oh, Faith. No, Faith. Oh, Faith. I heard Jet say, oh, Faith always misses everything. That's my brand in their eyes. Faith always, she's great, wonderful, but she misses everything. And now for the first time, guys, I can't even tell you in how many years that I'm getting on a plane going back to Minneapolis to go see a hockey or a tennis this time. But it's huge in the lives of the kids, of Jim, myself. That's massive. That's transformation. So good. So that's a transformation that I can absolutely directly attribute to being in this leadership program. It's not about your business, it's about your way of being. Are you present and you're connected to the people in your life? I got this amazing Mother's Day card from the both of them with words that just melt your heart. And like this amazing spa day certificate. Like, we know you're busy, but we hope you have some time to take and enjoy and luxury. You know, when your kids love you like that, and listen, trust me and believe, I discipline them. You know me. I am not here for the foolishness. And they love me desperately. And I get to be present for that. And that is important. So leadership does so many wonderful things for your life. Oh my gosh, it's so much cooler here. Where are you, Nicole? Stelita, I love you. And that was huge. That's a huge, huge, huge accomplishment, because now you've set yourself up for another source of income. Well, MSI's people, it's all about MSI. Thank you, Mary, and I appreciate you. Oh, Nicole, you're in Maple Grove. We're going to be in St. Peter's. We're going to be headed up to St. Peter's. Is it, I don't know. Wow. Oh my goodness, this is so good to know. So good to know. So next time, because I was telling one of my other clients that I'm going to actually plan a special trip up there when it's just me, when I can have time to like visit with my, former advertising colleagues, and I can just go hang out and just kind of be there. So I'll for sure let you know. I know it's a huge, huge deal. Thank you, Melody, my love. Okay, guys, go be awesome. Go do some amazing, fabulous things. Number one, get on your partner chat. Go do your wealth walk. If you've never done a wealth walk, go get the ingredients for your goddess bath. What are you doing for you? What good are you going to be up to in the world for you? Because a lot of times we put ourselves last, and that is indicative of our relationship with ourselves. If we're not loving ourselves, we can't love deeply, truly, authentically anyone else. I love you guys so much. Take care. Be well. Bye-bye.